Ever wondered why Africa, often dubbed as the cradle of humanity, remains a mystery to many travelers? Well, today we're about to dive into the heart of this captivating continent and reveal some of its hidden gems. Africa, my dear friends, is a treasure trove of experiences waiting to be discovered. With its vast landscapes that stretch from the golden dunes of the Sahara to the lush greens of the Congo rainforest and the azure blues of the Indian Ocean, it's a continent that's as diverse as it is vast. But let's pause for a moment. Did you know that Africa isn't a country? Yes, you heard that right. Africa isn't a country, folks. It's a whole continent made up of 54 independent, unique countries, each one with its own traditions, languages, and of course, mouth-watering cuisines. The misconceptions we hold. Africa is often viewed through a single lens, a lens that's colored by stereotypes and misconceptions. Some imagine it as a vast wilderness, teeming with wildlife, while others see it as a land of deserts and pyramids. But here's the truth. Africa is all of that, and so much more. From the bustling markets of Marrakesh, to the serene beaches of Zanzibar, from the historical ruins of Carthage, to the modern skyscrapers of Johannesburg, Africa is a continent of contrasts, a melting pot of cultures, and a testament to the resilience and spirit of humanity. So, let's set aside those preconceived notions, let's unlearn what we think we know and open our minds to the richness and diversity that Africa has to offer. Let's explore the unique experiences, the vibrant cultures, the breathtaking landscapes, and the warm hearts that make Africa the unexplored continent it is. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? So, buckle up as we're about to debunk some myths and unveil the truth about the best African countries to visit. When you think of Africa, do you just see lions, elephants, and a Jeep safari? It's a common perception, isn't it? Africa, the vast tapestry of natural wonder, often gets reduced to a single frame from a Disney movie. But let's take a moment to delve a little deeper and debunk this stereotype. Sure, Africa is the heartland of safaris, the thrill of spotting a lion in the wild, or an elephant family making its way across the grasslands is unparalleled. But if you think that's all there is to this diverse continent, then buckle up, because you're in for a ride. If you've only seen Africa through the lens of The Lion King, you might be surprised to know that it's not all savannas and wildebeests. Africa is a continent of contrasts, where stunning landscapes, vibrant cities, and a rich tapestry of cultures and traditions often get overshadowed by the wildlife. Picture the majestic Table Mountain in South Africa, towering over the bustling city of Cape Town, or the sprawling metropolis of Lagos, Nigeria, pulsating with life and energy. Imagine the ancient pyramids of Egypt, standing as silent witnesses to millennia of history, or the vibrant markets of Marrakesh, filled with the scent of spices and the sound of bargaining voices. Africa is as diverse as it is vast, and each country, each city, each village has a unique story to tell. But it's not just about the landscapes and cities. Africa's history is as rich and varied as its geography. From the ancient civilizations of Egypt and Ethiopia, to the colonial histories of the southern and western regions, there's a wealth of knowledge waiting to be discovered, so the next time someone mentions Africa, don't just picture a safari scene straight out of a cartoon. Think of the majestic mountains, the bustling cities, the rich history. Think of the diverse cultures, the delicious food, the warm and welcoming people. Next time someone mentions Africa, you might want to think beyond Simba and Mufasa. There's a whole continent out there waiting to be explored, and it's so much more than just the land of safaris. Ever heard of Seychelles? How about Mauritius? No? Well, you're in for a surprise. As we journey further into our exploration of Africa, let's delve into some of the continent's lesser-known gems. Buckle up and let's get started. First stop, Seychelles, an archipelago of 115 islands nestled in the Indian Ocean. Now, before you start wondering if you'll have to share your sunbathing spot with a lion, let me assure you, the wildlife in Seychelles is more of the feathered and finned variety. Think vibrant coral reefs, unique bird species, and yes, giant tortoises, but no, not a lion in sight. Next up, Mauritius. This island country is famous for its sapphire blue waters, powder white beaches, and luxury resorts. But hold on, it isn't just about sun and sand here. Mauritius has a rich cultural heritage, a melting pot of diverse traditions and cuisines. So, you can spend your morning soaking up the sun, and your evening soaking up some culture. And just to clear the air, no, Mauritius is not a suburb of Madagascar. And then, there's Botswana, a landlocked country known for its stunning landscapes, from the Kalahari Desert to the lush Okavango Delta. Botswana is a haven for wildlife enthusiasts with the largest elephant population in Africa. But don't worry, they're not wandering the streets of Gaborone, Botswana's capital. While we're on the subject, let's debunk a common myth. Yes, Africa is home to the Big Five: lions, leopards, elephants, buffalo, and rhinos. But no, they don't roam freely around the cities. Instead, they live in the expansive national parks and reserves where they belong. So, next time someone tells you they're planning a trip to Africa, and you imagine them dodging lions on their way to the supermarket, remember these African gems? They're a testament to the fact that Africa is a continent of diversity, offering more than just a wildlife safari. So it seems Africa has more than just the Big Five, doesn't it? Are you a foodie? If yes, then Africa might just be your culinary paradise. Africa is a continent that's as diverse as it's flavorsome. Every corner, every region, every country has its own unique gastronomic story to tell. The African cuisine is a delightful amalgamation of indigenous flavors, colonial influences, and a touch of spice that makes it a feast for the senses. Take, for instance, Ethiopia. How can one talk about African cuisine and not mention the famous injera? This pancake-like bread is made from fermented teff flour, and it's often used as a utensil to scoop up delicious stews and salads. Talk about a bread that's not just food, but a spoon too. Or let's journey to Nigeria, where the jollof rice reigns supreme. This one-pot rice dish is cooked with a blend of tomatoes, onions, and peppers. It's so popular that it sparked a friendly rivalry between Nigeria and Ghana over who makes the best jollof rice. Now that's what I call a flavorful feud. And who can forget the bunny chow from South Africa? Nope, it's not made from bunnies, it's a hollowed-out loaf of bread filled with curry. It's said to have originated among Indian laborers in Durban and is now a beloved street food across the country. It's curry in a hurry, quite literally. But it's not just about the food. Africa's beverage game is also strong. From the aromatic Ethiopian coffee to the palm wine of West Africa, there's a drink for every palate and occasion. Of course, some dishes might seem a bit unusual to the uninitiated, like the mopane worms of southern Africa. Yes, you heard it right, worms. They are a rich source of protein and are either dried or cooked in a spicy sauce. Just think of them as Africa's answer to the protein bar. So, there you have it. A continent where food is not just sustenance but a celebration of culture, history, and community. Who knew that a trip to Africa could make your taste buds dance with joy, right? Well, it seems we've just scratched the surface of this vast, vibrant continent. Africa, the land that's been whispering tales of adventure, beauty, and diversity since the dawn of time. But hey, who knew it was more than just a set for The Lion King, right? We started our journey with the unexplored parts of Africa, unveiling the beauty that lies beyond the tourist hotspots. We delved into the dense rainforests, climbed the towering mountains, and found ourselves lost in the vast deserts. We discovered that Africa is a canvas painted with a myriad of natural wonders. And the best part? It's not just about the safaris. Speaking of safaris, we did take a stroll through the African savanna, didn't we? We learned that while the Big Five are certainly worth seeing, there's so much more to African wildlife. From the tiny dung beetle to the majestic elephant, every creature has its own unique story to tell. Africa, it turns out, is a never-ending wildlife documentary that you can step right into. And oh, the African gems. We're not just talking about diamonds or gold here. We're talking about the rich cultures, the vibrant festivals, the ancient traditions. Each African country is a gem in itself, with its own unique sparkle and allure. You thought Africa was just one big country? Think again. Then, there was the gastronomic adventure. Yes, we did dig into some mouth-watering African cuisine. From the spicy jollof rice to the exotic tagine, we savored a palette of flavors that left us craving for more. Africa, it seems, is not just a feast for the eyes but also for the palate. And there you have it. Africa. Not just a Lion King set after all. So next time you're planning a trip, maybe give Africa a shot. It might just surprise you.